Hey everybody, the Britical Saiyans here. I'm Jonah.
And I'm Matt.
And we got the red ribbon deck for set 22.
Yep, Dr. Hedo.
Yeah.
Because he's an Earthling scientist, red ribbon in an army. Why didn't they just put like fucking mutant or something in that as well? Because he's like, I mutated myself to take bullets and I'm fine.
I mean, technically. they draw a weird line with Earthling because it's like, Oolong's an Earthling. It's like, yeah, but he's a pig.
So anyway, the unawakened side, although when it attacks, you look at top 5, you add a red ribbon army, no restriction on cost or anything like that, it's just colour restrictive.
Yeah.
Things like that are always great because instead of just drawing, you can search. But obviously there are the chances where you, depending on how many extra cards you run, you can whiff. But the likelihood is you shouldn't logically whiff. So it's like a draw.
And the better part is with an open search, you can add stuff that your other searchers can't.
Yeah, because the other searches are usually restrictive on cost.
Yeah.
And Awakening is your likes of 4S, or you have one or more each of Red Gamma 1 and Gamma 2 in play. You draw 2 cards, and you got 6 left. Why can't you be a 1-1? Why did he do this? Just be 1-1. It just
works out better.
It makes more sense.
Yeah.
I mean, yes, drawing 2 cards is always great, but then if you're tapped out, then
yeah.
And then the Awakened side, so it's got Permanent. During your turn, your Gamma 1 and Gamma 2 cards, both reds, and with energy cost of 2, gain Barrier.
Nice.
So built-in protection's good. Also, once per turn, if you discard one red ribbon army card from your hand, when your red Gamma 2 attacks, draw 2 cards. Right, okay. Not too keen on the fact that it's tied just to Gamma 2.
Yeah.
That's a bit awkward. Activate main once per turn. Choose up to 1 red Gamma 1 with an energy cost of 3 or less and switch it to active mode. Right, okay, so you got 2 different effects that are tied to one or the other.
Yeah.
The fact that your draw on your Awakened side is tied only to Gamma 2 just basically means any Gamma 2 you put out on the board is going to die immediately.
Well, that's why they get Barrier.
Yeah.
It does make it a bit awkward because you're forced to attack Gamma 2 to get the draw, but then you activate main to restand one that's tied to Gamma 1.
Yeah.
So.
And you have to discard a card as well.
Yeah.
Wrong way.
Right.
Okay. I mean, I suppose this one counts as Gamma 1 and 2, so it's not...
Yeah. So you've got Gamma 1 and 2 Arrival Heroes. The Z-Battle card costs 2 and 2 is the energy. Got 15k unique. Permanent. If you have one or more each of red Gamma 1 and Gamma 2 in play, reduce the energy cost of this card in your Z deck by 1 red and Z cost by 1.
I think the leader should have been it's able to play, like, say if you had a 1 cost Gamma 1 and 2, like, when it attacks you can play one of them onto the board or something from the drop or something like that, just to help things like this.
Yeah. If you have 3 or more red energy, your Gamma 1 and Gamma 2 cards get plus 5k during your turn.
Okay.
That's pretty useful.
Yeah, I like that.
Alternate 1, when your red Gamma 1 card is switched to active mode by a Dr. Hedo card skill, switch this card to active mode and it gains double strike for a turn.
Okay, that's good. And the fact that because this counts as Gamma 1 and 2 as well, obviously, so...
Yeah.
This attacking gets you to draw, and
then you just...
a restanding double strike.
Well, yeah, you get 2 stands for the price of 1.
Yeah, which is why this is once per turn for this effect.
Yeah.
Because otherwise, draw so many cards. So we got the Z extra card for the deck, or one of the Z extra cards. I can't remember if there's 2 for this deck. So you got Dr. Hedo's Laboratory. It's a 1/1 for it, so the 1 energy and 1 Z energy, which I think is pretty much the same for every other one, right?
Yeah.
They're all seem to, if I remember correctly, they've all been that similar cost.
Yeah, they've all been low cost.
Yeah. Z stack 1 with a red cell max with an energy cost of 3. Okay. Activate main, limit 1. If your leader card is red ribbon army card, play up to 1 red Gamma 1 with an energy cost of less. Oh no, sorry. An energy cost less than or equal to your energy from your hand in rest mode. Be nice if we could do it from drop as well.
Yeah.
Considering what I know, it was Gamma 2 that was the one that was tied to draw, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Be nice if we could revive one or the other. Activate main, pay a red. If you have 4 more energy and you discard 1 red magenta superhero, yeah, okay. From your hand, play up to 1 red cell max. Yeah, there's no point saying a superhero advisor. Card with energy cost of 3 from under this card, and then remove this card from the game. Okay, that's really good.
Yeah.
Okay, so you probably won't do that in 1 turn because that would probably tap you out if you want to try and do it on turn 3. So
We need 4 more energy.
true. Yes. Yeah. Okay.
It's not bad though, because it's a nice way to get the card out and make use of the magentas.
Yes.
So we got Dr Hedo, Heroism and Aesthetics, 2 cost 15k, auto limit 1, you pay 1 red. If your leader is red Dr Hedo and you have a red Z extra card in your battle area, when this card is used in combat from your hand, play up to 1 Gamma 1 or Gamma 2 card, both red with power 15 or less, and an energy cost less than or equal to your energy from your deck, then shuffle your deck.
That is very good.
That is very good.
That is very helpful. Okay, so you got a 1 cost Dr. Hedo. It's got 4k power. It's permanent. If your leader card is Red Ribbon Army, which it will be, and you have a red Gamma 1 or a Gamma 2 in play, this card gains 1,000 power. Okay, I wanted to make sure that was 1,000. And this card can attack cards that are in active mode. But why?
Yeah.
It's not going to heal anything. I mean, yeah, it can hit your opponent's 1-drops, but just so they don't gain those effectively free 5k like combo / Z energy, because it's just cheap Z energy, isn't it?
Yeah.
So it's a way of controlling those. But even then, when this card is played, you look at the top 5 cards of your deck, add up to one red ribbon army card to your hand and shuffle your deck. Okay, so that's not tied to an energy restriction either.
That's good then. We got Hachimaru, say 1-drop 1k, it's got active main at 1. If it is red ribbon, play this card in rest mode from your hand, choose for 1 battle card, it gets -5 power for the turn. Additionally, if the chosen card is a magenta, it gets -10 for the
turn. Magenta. When he's played, you draw a card. Auto limit 1, paying a red. Oh, yeah, he's a 1 cost 4k. So yeah, auto limit 1, paying a red. If your leader card is Red Ribbon Army card, when this card is used in a combo, choose up to 1 of your Red Ribbon Army cards, and it gets double strike for the battle. So the deck has a built-in double striker.
Yeah.
For 5k combo.
Which is a good way to balance that sort of thing.
Yeah.
So we've got Gamma 1, new hero created by Dr. Hedo, 2 cost 10k, it's got Deflect, auto limit 1, when this card attacks, use it to 1 red ribbon army card with 5k combo for your drop, and its skills and negate for the turn.
That's really good because it makes it a 15 and it's a free Z energy.
Yep. And auto once per turn, when this card switches to active mode by Dr. Hedo card skill, choose it to 1 of your opponent's back cards and gets -5 for the turn.
Nice. Wait, is the other effect? Limit 1. Yeah, okay, yeah, because that'd be stupid otherwise. Oh, here's the free cost cell max that you're never going to play this out for its thing. Actually, no. After you've done it, well, no, I suppose it depends how many copies of each thing you run. But
yeah.
Ideally, you don't want to be paying Flurry and 2 Z energy to bring this out. But, I mean, some situations you might. But it's got 20k power. It's barrier, blocker. And then auto, when this card attacks, choose up to 1 of your opponent's battle cards, gets -15 for a turn. Yeah, all the minusing stuff, standard red things.
Mm-hmm.
Auto, once per turn, if it's your turn, when one of your cards, card skills reduces a card's power to 0 or less, switch this card to active mode. So you can swing with it and then get it back as a blocker.
Yeah.
I don't know if that was the way I was reading it or the way they've worded it.
I not. If it's your turn, when one of your card skills reduces the card's power to 0 or less.
It was the way I was reading it. Okay, yeah, because it was just like weirdly worded in my head. It's like, wait, hang on, there's a better way of wording this, right?
Well, that is generically useful for red.
Yes, except you'd have to.
You'd have to hard play it, unless you just run a magenta for the sake of the discard.
Yeah, it would be a hard play.
But it wouldn't be bad though.
No.
So you've got Gamma 1 Hero Pride, free cost 15k, it's got alternate 1, when it's attacked, you get to 1 red ribbon army card, 5k combo from your drop, which skills negated. Okay, so just like the other one.
Apart from this, it's a 15 base instead of a 20, it's a 10 base.
Yeah.
And so this goes up to 20 instead of 15.
Yeah. And you got Auto Monster Player, which can switch active mode by Dr. Hedo, draw 1 card, choose one of your opponent's battle cards, and it gets -10 for the turn.
Is that the other one was a 2-drop, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's just why the difference. So Gamma 2. So it's 2-drop with 15 permanent. If you have a red Gamma 1 superhero card, I've done it again. Card in play, which is the energy cost is your hand by 1 red. Oh, that is really good. So 1-drop. Auto limit 1 when your red Gamma 1 card is switched to active mode by Dr. Hedo's skill. Switch this card to active mode. Thank you!
Oh my god.
Oh, it's the fodder. Oh no, you got the 1-cost one as well, haven't you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you've got Magenta Emergency Armament, free cost 15k, counter attack limit 1, play this card, choose one of your opponent's battle cards and it gets -10 for the turn.
But it doesn't negate the attack.
No.
But depending on when you use this, you're probably going to minus the thing that's attacking just to make sure you're safe.
Yeah.
It's a general idea, isn't it?
And then permanent, if you need is a red cell max card and you have a red Z extra card in your battle area, you may activate this card's counter skill from your hand without paying its energy cost. That's pretty decent because you just have to pay free otherwise.
Yeah, so it's obviously designed for the promo.
Yeah.
An SR for the deck.
Yeah.
So it's a 5-drop, 15, Gamma 1 and Gamma 2. Auto, when this card is played, choose up to 1 red ribbon army card, it gains 5k power for a turn. Alright, that helps, because numbers. Auto, once per turn, when your Gamma 1 card is switched to active mode by your leader skill, switch this card to active mode. Okay. Activate battle, limit 1, paying a red. If your leader card is red and you or your opponent have 3 or more energy, draw 1 card, play this card from your hand, choose it to one of your red cards, and it gains 10k power for the battle.
That's just going in red.
Yeah.
Especially since the on place can just target itself.
Yeah.
And
you just don't get the other skill.
Yeah. But the amount of cards that you restand when you use Dr. Hedo is crazy. So you got Gamma 2 Suicide Attack Departure. I really don't know why they chose that name.
Well, I mean, it's fitting for the moment.
I mean, yeah, but they could have gone with like Hero Sacrifice or anything that didn't involve the word suicide.
True.
So 5 cost, 25k, it's got crit. Also once per turn, when your red Gamma 1 is switched to active mode by Dr. Hedo, switch this card to active mode, and it gains the following skill. Auto, at the end of the battle which this card attacked, place this card in your hero's drop. Additionally, if your opponent has 3 or more, his life is at 3 or more, deal 1 damage to your opponent. Okay, well, that's pretty decent. And active main at 1, pay 2 red. If your opponent has 3 or more energy and you have a red Gamma 1 card in play, play this card from your hand.
Alright, is there any of the Gammas 1-drops? I can't remember now. Or are they all 2 cost and then they get reduced?
Yeah, there's a Gamma 2 that gets reduced to 1. Other than that, the 1 costs for the deck are just Dr. Hedo.
Damn.
I mean, so like, you basically set up and then you just play a bunch of Gammas.
Yeah.
You restand one of them and like 5 more restand because of their effects.
Alright, so we've got the 8 cost Cell Max. So this is to be paired with the Promo Z extra card.
Yes, because it does affect it.
Yeah, because it's the 8 is an 8 cost. So 8 cost 25k, blocker, auto, when his card attacks or activates a blocker skill.
Mm-hmm.
Why not just say its blocker skill?
I don't know.
Switches card to active mode and it gets minus 15k power for a turn at the end of the battle. Okay, so it can be a 25k blocker, but then becomes a 10k blocker for another attack.
But then your extra card gives it power and double strike.
Yeah. Auto, when his card is KO'd or removed from a battle area by a skill, choose up to one of your opponent's battle cards and it gets minus 30k for the turn. Oh, so you can just block and then block again. Oh, I died, minus.
Yeah.
Activate main limit 1, paying a red. If your leader card is red and your opponent has 3 or more energy, play his card from your hand. So red decks just get a really good 8 cost.
Just getting some good SRs from red this set.
Hey, this is red green. And these are just the SPRs now. Oh,
Yeah.
They are the SPRs now. Although actually, while we're here, guys, may as well just like go over. Yeah, nice artwork.
That's
Pretty
decent.
cool. Pretty cool, Soul Max.
That's good.
That is really nice. Right, the Gohan Beast. It looks so nice, but in my opinion, I might just like I'm just being picky here. The streaks for the gold that are going through the hair, if they were gone, it would look even better. Because they could have the gold streak down the bottom bit where the bit of his head is sticking out at the front. Just take it so it's just not quite touching it.
So like,
And then the one in the top right, just completely remove that. Just so you get a really good look.
so you find with the golden outlines, just not these bits of gold here and here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get it.
Take those out, and then you get it just looks a bit more. I don't know what the words I'm looking for. It just looks generally nicer, I would say, because they do kind of, in my opinion, they do kind of just ruin
because
the style.
that's always been like a small issue of like SRs and SPRs, is that they want to keep the gold on it, and sometimes it will just cut into the image.
Yeah.
And you're like, but this is a really nice image. And now there's just a chunk of it missing because there's this gold band going around it. Yes, it helps it stand out, but so there's like gold bordering and the difference in like the texture and the imagery. Like if you can't tell if all an SPR, then there's a problem.
Yeah. So just take them back a bit.
Yeah.
That's all you gotta do is just this little bit here, just move it back so it just like comes to about here, and then this one just take it so it comes to about there.
Yeah. Lower it down.
Well, no, I mean even then, still wouldn't quite work. It just needs to be,
Well, you can just put it behind the text.
or just angle it a bit, like so it goes a bit more down, like that instead of curved.
Yeah.
So I just wanted to point that out. It's I don't know if it's just I'm the only one who's been massively picky about it, but it still looks nice. Don't get me wrong.
Oh yeah.
Sorry about that little bit of randomness there, guys. So yeah, thank you very much for watching. Leave any thoughts in the comments below, and we'll see you next time. Bye bye.
Right.